Hi guys, so I'm here today to review the WonderVeg slicer. I've actually had it for a couple of days and been excited to give it a shot with one of my meals. This here is the WonderVeg slicer. As you can see, it's actually remarkably different than a lot of the other veggie slicers that I've had the opportunity to review. As you can see, it's actually much bigger, and it actually has suction cups at the bottom, which keep it stuck to the counter. And then it has a couple of different trays here. These trays give you the option to cut in whatever manner you want. This is the default one that was on it when I received it, and then you have this one and you have this one. So I'm probably just gonna give it a shot with so we're gonna go on and set up the zucchini squash, and you just set it right in here and you tighten it. The little circular thing over here actually has some little sharp edges. I guess that's to keep it in place. And then when you start turning, make sure you have a bowl in place to catch the fallings, and then you just start turning and pushing at the same time. So I decided to take a brief break to show you what the default blade actually gives you. It's actually kind of cute. It gives you some small spiral pieces. I think I'm actually going to swap the blade out because I would really like some. So I've taken both of the other blades out already of their little storage area just because it's on the back of the device. And I guess that is one of the downfalls, is that the logo's on one side and the storage is on the other. But to get the one out that's already set up, you just literally just start pulling. That's what it looks like in place. That's what happens when you pull it out. And I'm going to try the smaller one with the smaller triangles. In the directions, I'm sure it does tell you what each one does, but I'm not a fan of reading the directions, so I'm just going to give them all a shot, I guess. So I'll be back once I put the zucchini on and I'm ready to start up again. Okay guys, so I put the one with the small triangles in place, and I'm ready to give it another shot. Again, I'm just rotating the handle, as you can see, and just putting a little bit of effort into it to get it started. And it's producing me some little spaghetti squash. And as I continue to turn it, it's producing more and more and more. And I guess the hardest thing about this device is really getting it started. Rotating wise, I'm actually rotating it with one hand right now. And it's pretty easy once I got it all started and ready to go. As you can see, a little bit of the middle goes through a little metal part that's on it. And looks like there's a little bit coming through the cracks, but not really hurting it. And so what I'm going to do is I have my bowl here on the side. So I'm going to grab the spaghetti squash that I've created and put in the bowl, so as I can have some more room to do some more. So I'm about halfway down my zucchini squash here, and have quite a bit. And you can do this with virtually anything that you would like to. I just like doing it with squash and zucchini because it's so yummy. But just turning the handle still with one hand. Once I got it started, it was pretty easy. You just have to be careful when putting the squash or zucchini or whatever the item or food of your choice is on here to make sure it has a good grip. Otherwise, it will fall down. Before I knew it, I had a whole nother handful of spaghetti squash. See what it does at the end if I don't break it off. Normally, if I were doing this, I probably would go on and break that off just because it's getting super long. And I kind of feel like it's hindering my ability to use the thing, but yeah. So I'm actually almost done. As you can see, I started way back here with this little piece, or that little piece, and now it's all the way up here just with me pushing and rolling it. It's gotten to the middle, and unfortunately I'm a little too close to my toaster oven, so I am actually hitting the handle right now. It is not a malfunction of the device. It is just me being too close to my toaster. But I'm actually at the end. It leaves a little bit on there just where the metal meets the plastic, as you can see. And this is the final result of what I've been working on. So it actually does break off the middle piece. Breaks off the middle piece, I guess, once you're done. And then I have a bowl of delicious spaghetti squash that I will now put in a stir fry and enjoy. And as far as cleaning up, it looks like I'll pretty much be able to wipe down the device, as it didn't make too big of a mess. And maybe if I were using a smaller bowl then, or a lower bowl, then I would have been able to more easily get the spaghetti squash in there. So it looks like I'll be able to just pull out the blade, which should just come right out like it went in, and wash that, wash down the device. It shouldn't be too difficult to clean. And then of course I'll remove that little piece. Again, guys, this is the WonderVeg slicer, and I guess overall I liked it, other than the few comments as far as starting the squash and just making sure that it's in there right. And then the one thing with the blades being in the back, I actually went ahead and took both of the extras out just in case. I decided I didn't like this one, but I actually really did like this one. This will probably be the one that I use almost always when using this. Thanks, guys.